One.
Let's face it, today my friends and I are going to give you some ideas. And I'm going to start. I'm Linda Endon, and I'm going to talk to you about deep set eyes. And I almost wanted to say the problem of deep set eyes, but they don't have to be a problem. But there is a couple of tricks I can share with you about them. First of all, I would like to encourage you, if you haven't already tried it, to use this Lash and Brow Builder Serum. There's nothing that takes the place of thick, beautiful lashes. And you have to have strong lashes to work with. So the way you apply this serum when you wash your face in the morning and at night, this is not a glamour technique, this is just a supplement. You draw a line like an eyeliner above your lashes, you rub it in with your fingertip just gently, and what's left you just put on your brow. And that way you've got plenty of lashes and plenty of brows to use your glamour tips on, okay? So very, very important. Next, I'd like to suggest that you use the lash primer, because your mascara will be thicker and longer on top of a lash primer than without it. It also helps your mascara stay on longer, and it also helps it release easier when you wash it off. So lots of reasons to put the lash primer on, okay? Now the thing about having deep set eyes is that because they're deep set, more deep into your face, your brow bone is more forward a little bit. Your nose is more forward a little bit from your eyes. So when you're gonna put makeup on a deep set eye, it's already shadowed. It's already got the shadow. So it's dark in here, it's dark in here. So you wanna keep it light. And for that reason, and especially because now as I age, I use a lighter and lighter color. So the colors I have on today are Biscotti Everywhere, Hazelnut, not in the crease, but on the brow bone above the crease to push that brow bone back and make it seem less prominent. And then I've got Rustic on the outside corner here, which is, they're all very light colors and wouldn't even show up on some of you. But if you have deep set eyes, I want to encourage you to try lighter. The other thing about deep set eyes is everybody tells you you need to highlight under your brow. And you do, but if you have deep set eyes, you don't want a bright white highlighter under here. It needs to be a little more subtle, and Biscotti works really well for that also. You put the Biscotti in here and here where it's a little deeper, just to bring it forward and make it not so shadowy. Okay, the other things I wanted to share is that because I have blue eyes, if you have brown eyes and they're deep set, it's even more shadowy, so be aware of that. But because I have blue eyes, there's a lot of redness. I love, love, love this liquid liner pen. Love it, love it. However, because I have blue eyes, brown is better liner color for me. So I use the brown pencil underneath on the lower, just a little bit on the lower, and then I can use the black liquid on the upper lid. And I feel like that also, because putting liner on that upper lid also pushes that back a little so that it doesn't seem so dark in here. So this is very lightened. I even use concealer before I put my shadows on, right in this crease, a little bit of very light concealer as almost like a highlighter. So those are tricks for deep set eyes, and you can find information everywhere about eye shape and how to handle it. The one last thing I wanted to mention, this is not the mascara I use most all of them, but there is a specific mascara that we have that we don't all know about, and that's the Lash Love Lengthening. It's this tube with the swirls on the cap. It has a curved silicone brush, so it's kind of plasticky and it's a curve. And who do we use this for? This is for lashes that are wimpy. I'm sorry to say it. I don't like to say wimpy. If you have wimpy lashes, start with the lash and brow building serum. But if your lashes are very fine and thin, they might tend to droop. If you put mascara on them, it might just make them heavier and they would droop. This one is our lightest weight. It's going to add the least amount of weight to your lashes. So hopefully then lashes, curl them, use the serum, and use the lighter weight mascara to help them not droop. And that is my tip for today, my idea for today. And now Chris is going to share hers with you.
All right, hello. So you probably can tell. Can you tell which one I didn't do? All right, here we go. So what I'm going to share with you today is what I'm going to do. I love the new Light Up Your Lid liquid eye colors. And the two that I'm going to do today is Starlight and Light Beam. And these are all 14. Remember, we have two others, Purple Nova, and we actually have Meteor Shower too. So here we go. I got to make sure I grab the red one. And hopefully you can see, move my hairdo here. All right, so I put a few dots. I put right like on the brow bone, outside corner, and then, you know, I put some on my eyelid, okay? And the nice thing about this product too is you can layer it. So kind of depending on how much shimmer you want. This is the cream eye color brush. Love it. I highly recommend a brush versus your finger. I just think it's easier, more sanitary, and you can get into the whole area of your eye. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to turn my computer a little bit. So there you go. So I don't put it all the way up to the eyebrow with this color because I am going to add the light beam. Okay, so all over. The nice thing about this too is you can layer it. You can actually add powder on over top if you want to, but I'm just doing the fast version. This would be like a 2-minute face. And then the light beam, I put, you know, wipe it off a little bit, and you take it directly from your brush. And then I put a dot inside corner up like to the underneath the brow bone. All right. Oh shoot, I grabbed the wrong one, didn't I? All right, I can fix it. That's the great thing about our products. Just blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. All right, now I have the light beam. So you put the light beam inside corner and underneath the brow bone. And then I would normally use our disposable cleansing cloths. And I kind of just wipe the brush off in between colors. And then blend underneath brow bone in the corner. Some people like to put this under the eyes. And I'm going to tell you too, I have allergies. This right eye especially waters all the time. What I love about this product, it's not waterproof, but it is water resistant. So it is more likely to stay on when your eyes are running half the day. All right, and then this is the deep brown eyeliner. This would be my favorite. My eyes are green hazel. And then I just get as close to the lashes as possible. And I do this last because if you put the cream eye color over top, under, you know, if you do this first, you're basically going to rub away your eyeliner. So that's kind of a waste of time. And when my eyes are watering a lot, I don't even do underneath, but I will today. But it's not going to stay. Probably. That would be where your liquid eye pen, the waterproof pen, would be what you would do if you have your allergy eyes. All right. And then I blend the liner just a little bit, just to smudge it, soften it. And then I've already curled my eyelashes and I've already brushed my brows. You can tell, no brow. This is the classic blonde. This would be the one I love the most. And then I also use the brow tint sometimes too. Just kind of depends on how fast you want to get ready in the morning. So you can probably tell the difference. And then I make my arch. I go a little higher because for whatever reason, this part of my lid, I feel on the right eye, sags a little bit more than all of that. And then my next tip. Love the Panorama mascara brush. I have to use waterproof mascara. So what I did is I took the Panorama brush and put it in my waterproof. So I love the Panorama. It is our Lash Love mascara, basically, with different packaging, different brush. But I put it in my waterproof mascara. So waterproof is my favorite mascara because I need it to be waterproof, but love the new brush. So I just switched it up, and then you would just apply it like you normally do. And the Panorama, let's say that 5 times. Panorama mascara is 16, and then your waterproof mascara is 15. All right. And of course, I always do the little mouth. I don't know why. Why does that help? But it does. All right. So that is a quick look using your liquid eye colors, using your mascaras. And I just think the liquid eye colors are easy, fast for anybody. Give you a quick 5-minute face. And now I am going to switch over to Dale. I got to put my glasses on so I can see. All right, I'm unmuting you, Dale. You are ready to go.
Sounds great. Chris and Linda, thank you. That was just fun. I've even learned some stuff. So very cool. I'm going to focus on hooded eyes. I did one eye, if you can tell the difference to the other eye. And I am going to focus on my hooded eye and how to bring that out. One of our great products is our primer for eyeshadow. And I put this on already. Blend it with your fingertip or take a brush like Chris was saying. Brushes are always great. And anything that touches the primer, it's going to last longer. Your eyeshadow will last all day long. It's just amazing. So the first product that you touch is make sure you want it on your primer. So instead of washing my whole eye with a lighter color, I am going to take my crease color, and my crease color is usually one that is matte. And I'm going to put that here so that it definitely touches the primer right away. Because I have hooded eyes, as you can see, I am wiping it higher because when my eyes are open, then you'll see it because there's nothing there otherwise. So this is, I'm just taking hazelnut and bringing it up like that. My lighter color that I'm going to choose out of my compact here is Blossom, one of my favorites. And I'm going to put that lighter here. But then I'm also going to take this and put it under my brow. That's just lifting your eye up there and then bringing it down because, yes, it's darker by your nose, like Linda was saying. And then what I like to do is take one more color, and today I'm using Sweet Plum, and just put it on the outer corner. And using tapping motions just to press it in there, but then I like to use my blending brush to just blend, blend, blend. Something that you make sure you don't want to do is have your color fall below here. So make sure you keep it up because we want to lift everything up. As you can see, I did one brow also and not the other. Why don't I just show you our brow tint is a wonderful product. If you don't want to, I sometimes use a brow pencil and this, or just this. And what I'm doing is just wiping it off and just feather-like strokes just to bring that brow out. And then at the end, I just try to lift. Again, we don't want to bring down, but we would just want to lift. And then we have this other great tool. I think, Chris, you said this is our favorite brush, is our little spool to just brush it in. Another tool that I want to line now, however, what I need to do is always curl my lashes. This is a new limited edition eyelash curler. If you've never used one before, what you do is just open it up and look right through it. And as you see, I am squeezing right now. If you're squeezing and hurting yourself, that means you are doing something wrong because it does not hurt. And then I bring it out and try to keep squeezing as I go. And if I need to do it again, I would do it again. Then I absolutely love the waterproof black pen. And I need to, like I said, curl my lashes first before I put this on. And I just go from the outside corner in. And blend. It's so simple and easy. I always heard too, guys, never go topless. What does that mean? Always put liner on the top. So never go topless. On the bottom could be optional, but never just put it on the bottom because everything will just pull yourself down. And for this video, I'll just do it on the top. And then I finish off with mascaras. We have, how many colors? 6 different kinds of mascaras. And Chris is showing a beautiful picture right now of all the different mascaras, and that's in our lookbook. You can just take a look at that. What I love to do is, I call marrying our mascaras together. Chris's tool of changing brushes, absolutely. What I love to do is take our waterproof mascara, and what this helps me is my base, so it keeps a curl. And then I like to choose, yes, this new one is great. I'm just going to use our Ultimate, but what I've done, exactly what Chrissy does, is take it, your brush, that word that you tried to say too, Chris, this brush that has amazing little bristles to it, and you fan it out. And yes, our little eyes need to have that mouth wide open. As I'm putting this on, there's other mascaras too that I just want to quickly share with you. What I am using is our Ultimate. It thickens and lengthens. It's a brush that looks like this. But we also have our Ultimate. This is definitely a thickener, lengthener, a brush that is a lot bigger. And there's places where you can just get right under your lash and wipe it back and forth. And then there's bristles that make it lengthening like this, which is just an amazing, wow, you can just see the difference right there. Then we also have our lash lengthening and our lash love lengthening. So I always say it's such a personal preference with your mascara. So know that we have 100% guarantee in everything. Give it a try. And if you don't like it, try something else. But what I have found that I like 2 mascaras together. Anyway, I think that's it. Take it away, Pat Rignaldo.
Am I unmuted? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Well, hello everybody. I'm gonna just talk some, basic techniques for eyes. And I'm gonna start with just kind of a simple explanation of colors. And we have a perfect illustration here because on the left of your screen, we've got Chris and Linda who are low contrast. And by low contrast, I mean their hair color and their skin tone is very similar. So when they're looking at eye color combinations, they want to have, which Linda all addressed, and actually so did Chris with cream eyeshadows, they want low contrast because they don't have much contrast going on. So if they wear a lot of high contrast eye colors, they're going to look like hookers. And so if they want to be ladies of the night, they could do my eye look and look like a hooker. So low contrast colors would be exactly what Linda said. Your biscotti, your blossom, your hazelnut, your rustic, soft heather. I mean, you can add color. Now, if I put those colors on, you wouldn't see my eyes. So on the right side of the screen, you've got Dale and I who have darker hair, although mine's graying quite a bit in this quarantine. Anyway, darker, and more contrast between our hair and our face. So we can get away with higher contrast colors. So an everyday look for Linda and Chris would be maybe biscotti, hazelnut, rustic. An everyday look for Dale and I could be blossom and hazelnut, and then that accent color could be a Merlot or an espresso. And we wouldn't look like hookers because we have this contrast already going on. So know what you're trying to achieve daytime. So our 2 daytime looks, low contrast, high contrast, are 2 totally different color palettes. Okay, does that make sense? And then I'm just going to talk real quickly about eye color and kind of combinations for you with our ChromaFusion colors. Okay, ChromaFusion means it's all day wear, 12-hour wear, life-proof, high impact color. Great product and clean product. For those of you that, you know, had our previous eyeshadows, my eye palette was always messy. Whereas with this ChromaFusion, they're highly packed color, pigmented color, so they're clean and they stay. Okay, just real quick for accent for blue eyes. Linda already addressed it. Bronze, peachy colors. That would, and we've got a variety of them. Burnished bronze, mahogany, cinnabar, hazelnut, biscotti as your highlight. For green eyes, you can do the plums, which would be frozen iris, sweet plum, Merlot. We've got some great colors. For brown eyes, most everything goes with brown eyes, so you are lucky. But if you really want to accent, gold and purple colors make really great color combination for brown eyes. Okay, I am now going to talk a little bit about highlight colors. Now, I'm going to address mature skin because I am. These ladies aren't as mature as me. So there's some eye techniques that might be a little different. I very rarely use anything with shimmer because you can, but you got to be really careful with it because shimmer has a tendency to find those fine lines and wrinkles and kind of set in place. And what I tried to do this morning, and you may not notice it, but this eye here is matte everywhere. Here I actually put a shimmer. By the end of the day, this is going to be looking sad because that shimmer is going to sink into some of those lines here. And it's not going to look, you know, clean and yeah, put together because it's going to kind of gather in the wrinkles. Another thing with the transition color, which I probably 95% of the time use hazelnut. With mature eyes, I do not bring it in because everyone has addressed the darkness in here. And the more mature your eyes, the more darkness there is. So I actually, you can see where my hazelnut stops. I don't go in nearly as far as what a lot of application techniques would show. I kind of stop just inside the pupil area with my transition color, and I too put it on the brow bone, not in the crease. So that is what you want to do with that. Let's see. Shading techniques and how to apply shadow. Our Mary Kay placemat, I mean, this is one of the placemats we can use at a skincare class, has face shape for highlighting and contouring, but it also has a great eye chart for proper techniques for different eye shapes. So you can ask your consultant, or consultants just flip your placemats over and you're going to see that for different eye techniques, and very dramatic coloring, so it's very simple to learn from that. Okay, blending. We've talked about, you know, different techniques and different brushes. And I guess what I've got like 4 favorite brushes, but where you hold your brush is actually going to make a difference on how your color applies. The closer you hold it to the end of the bristle, the more intense your color is going to be because you've got a firmer grasp on your brush. So when you're applying your accent color out here, you probably want control and you want to be close to the brush. And I actually use, like, sometimes I use my smudge brush for that. Sometimes I just use a flat brush, but I'm very close to it. Whereas when I'm going to blend all my colors together, which is probably one of the tips that people don't follow properly. Blend, 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 and blend. When I blend, I want a fluffier, you know, approach to the eye. So I'm going to hold it more to the end of the, and I'm going to blend that way. So that's for blending application. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you? For a cleaner technique on your brow, you can put concealer, which if you remember a previous eye video, I put concealer on my lid, and I do put a little concealer under my brow, and I clean that up with a brush. And then I will put eye primer on the eye, and then you can use a little translucent powder, and that just really smooths that, so your eye application techniques will work that much better. And then let's see, what else? Okay, what I do, and again, I'm going with mature eyes here, and I did two different things here. On this one, I brought the eyeliner, and again, I love that eyeliner pen, but it can be a little harsh for me. So I either use a deep brown, which is what I use today, and what I don't want to do is what I did on this side. This is kind of the wrong eye. I brought my color all the way into the corner of my eye. Again, that's drawing something in where it's dark and I don't want to. Can you see that I started this kind of where my first lash starts, and I went out? And then what I did out here, again, we want, now I'm too old to do cat eyes, wing, but what I did with my eyeliner, oh, I hope I didn't have something on there, is I did a little tiny up. Can you kind of see that? I don't know if you can, but I did an up instead of ending my color down here, because again, I want uplift. So then I did my fine line, and then when I got to the end where it's a little thicker, I just fill that in, and that almost gives a, you know, an upward look to this part of the eye. And this one goes down, and I don't know if you can really see it, but little things make a big difference with your eyes. So just be aware of that. I actually apply my shadow with my eyes open because you want to see what it's going to look like. And I do not ever pull my eye. If I hold it, I will hold it, but I do not pull. Please don't pull your eye to put your eyeliner on, because what appears thin when you're pulling your eye, when you let go, is going to be a thicker line, and you don't want that. So do not pull. If you need to hold it, go ahead and hold it, but do not tug. And I think, oh, one other thing that you can do if you want to just accent the eye opening a little bit is use, with your angle brush, use a little bit of crystalline or sandcastle, which has a little bit of shimmer, and go along that lash line before you put your liner on. And that's going to maybe open up your lid a little bit, or you can even put a little of that shadow over your regular eyeliner. So that, my friends, are the tips and tricks that we have for you today. Now, what we would love for you to do is comment down below and tell us what you loved most about our ideas. Okay, have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.